Hello, I'm Richard Hooper and this is Sat TV. Now I'm here at IBC with Jean-Philippe Gillet of Intelsat. Jean-Philippe, tell me a little bit more about your broadcast and media business.
So as Intelsat, we have a large fleet and we provide multiple services for the broadcasters. We provide DTH services, of course. We have a number of platforms, either in Europe, in Eastern Europe, in the US or in the Americas. And we also provide contribution services and also distribute a lot of content outside of the regions.
Globalization of content, how is that driving business?
So for us, we really see two things. We see channels going outside of the region. This is what we do a lot in the Middle East, as we take a number of channels and we distribute them in the US predominantly, but also in Australia, where there is a large community of viewers that are looking at these channels. But also globalization means that there are a lot of channels that are produced somewhere and then are going to be regionalized and then distributed in other parts of the world. So we provide a lot of services for companies like Discovery, Viacom, or many other international broadcasters that are distributing their content and then making it very specific for each of the region where they distribute.
Now, why is satellite so important as a delivery medium for the broadcast sector?
So I think satellite has the ability on the media side really to reach a large population. So it doesn't rely on the local infrastructure. It allows to reach a large number of people at the same time. It's also a very reliable way of distributing content. We just announced an agreement with HBO. They are distributing a number of content into Latin America. They use satellite and they use multiple satellites to cover the same region. So that allows them to distribute content to cable companies, to IPTV providers, to DTH provider, and they use satellite as a way to provide a very reliable service to their customers, the consumers.
Now, one of the biggest things to hit the broadcast sector recently is 4K Ultra HD. The same thing was said about 3D television, but that didn't really materialize. What do you see as the future of 4K?
So we really see 4K in a completely different way from what we are seeing from 3D. And I'm sure that you are going to see it during IBC. There is clearly a buzz. What we have done last year is, for the first time, we have distributed a 4K service live on TV, where we were able to demonstrate that it's a reality. And you could see people in the booth having a look at what is 4K, and they were really impressed. So first you see the response from the viewers, which I'm not sure we have ever seen with 3D. There was always a bit of, yes, this is interesting, but it's not astonishing. What we see with 4K is really a good response from the viewers. What we have done recently is we have conducted a survey with our media customers, and this is where you see that they are planning to launch 4K channels. You see 23% of the people that we have surveyed that are already telling us that they have a plan in the next 4 years to launch 4K. You can see that the equipment providers are also very active. So we see really a number of things that are happening where we believe it's a complete different situation from the 3D story.
Now, looking forward, what sort of trends are we going to see in the broadcast sector from the EMEA region?
So we see in MENA what we are seeing in a lot of other parts of the world. The number of channels that have been launched in MENA is just astonishing. And a lot of these channels are still SD. So we see SD going to HD, the number of channels doing the conversion. It's clear this is going to happen in MENA. The globalization is going to keep going. We see more and more channels being distributed outside of the region, and we see more channels that's coming into the region. That's one of the things we touched on at the beginning. And in MENA, because there is a large population and there is also a lot of people living outside of MENA that are in demand for TV, we see that as more and more demand for this. We also, at some point, 4K is going to be a reality in MENA. It's probably not going to be as fast as in some of the developed countries like Western Europe, but it is going to be a reality.
Jean-Philippe, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Richard.